Good evening, I'm Larry Davey, CEO of Wallowa Memorial Hospital, and I'd like to welcome you to the 25th Annual Healthy Futures Auction Event and the first ever virtual event, actually hopefully the last one. We'll go back to real time. It's amazing as you look back 25 years, the impact that this event has had over the years. Over $1,350,000 has been raised to support our services, equipment, and development of Wallowa Memorial Hospital to the community. In thinking back, my first auction dinner was in 1998. I believe that was year 3. And looking back at the way things were at that point and to now is incredible to see the difference and the change that's occurred. As you look back, 25 years ago, the hospital was in desperate financial straits. Equipment was not state-of-the-art at that time. We were in a 50-year-old hospital building and were limited by space for service development. Moving forward to 2020, we have a modern hospital, state-of-the-art equipment, financial strength to be able to provide great services, and have had tremendous service development over those years. Incredible progress, and a big part of that is our community and the support that you have shown through the years to make this happen. COVID has had a major impact during 2020 and unfortunately has become the focus of a lot of our daily conversations, routines. Pandemic, economic challenges, societal issues, the list goes on and on. But I think it's important to remind ourselves that a lot of great things have happened in our country, but also in Wallowa County, and specifically with healthcare. There are a lot of great things that it is important to pause and celebrate. So I'd like to share a few highlights of 2020. There is a company, healthcare company, that actually ranks the rural hospitals in the United States, some 1,300 hospitals, using about 60 metrics that look at quality, financial strength, customer satisfaction, cost, etc. In 2020, the iVantage company did announce that Wallowa Memorial Hospital, for the third time in 4 years, is named as a top 20 critical access hospital in the country, with a percentile ranking of 99.7, which would put us approximately at number 4 in the nation. The next one that we were notified was from the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, that ranks all United States hospitals based on patient satisfaction scores. They have a 5-star ranking. Recently it was announced that Wallowa Memorial Hospital was a 5-star hospital within that, of which only a couple hundred hospitals in the U.S. have attained that recognition. Third, Modern Healthcare, which is one of the largest healthcare publications in the United States, does an annual employee survey from healthcare organizations, and that is some 10,000 plus organizations, including over 5,000 hospitals. Recently, Modern Healthcare announced that Wallowa Memorial Hospital was ranked number 8 in the nation as a healthcare employer. And interesting with that, Wallowa Memorial Hospital is ranked number 1 for millennial employee satisfaction. The next event that happened, highlight that happened this year, the hospital was up for its reaccreditation from the federal government through DNV accrediting organization, and did pass with high colors, so a new 3 years accreditation for our services. Hospital debt, I know many of you track where are we at with that, and a reminder, in 2014 we were at $19.5 million of mortgage debt. As of today, the hospital is now under $4 million on its mortgage with the hospital, with plans to have that paid off in the next 2 to 3 years and take that load off of our hospital and the community. Another important highlight to focus on is called community benefit. Hospitals track the amount of dollars that they put back into the community as far as things like educational efforts, supporting food banks, providing free care to those that cannot afford care. And it is important to us that nobody has problems accessing health care because of finances, and we make sure that does not happen. In the last fiscal year, the hospital did give back through community benefit over $2 million to assist our community. And maybe a reminder that the hospital does have a policy to assist those that are in financial need for medical services that gives help up to 400% of the federal poverty level, which is quite a high number, but again, our commitment to make sure that no one goes without necessary health care. Many new services, many technology equipment items have been added this year to further enhance what we can do for our community. And I think a reminder for all and a thank you is this is made possible by the hard work of staff, medical staff, our community and board, so thank you each one. Looking at the future, which is quite uncertain, we're facing tremendous challenges, societal issues, economic policy, massive changes in healthcare. Many hospitals in the United States, especially rural hospitals, are closing because of the inability to stay to a financial level they can support their outreach. And that brings a question. As we look at strategy, we look at the future. Is Wallowa Memorial Hospital worth fighting for? You know, as we reflect on the over 70 years that Wallowa Memorial Hospital has been in existence, since 1950, and it has had its doors open 24 hours a day for 70 years, there have been hundreds of thousands of emergency room visits with many lives saved, thousands of births, numerous life-saving surgeries, thousands of ambulance trips. And I wish we had the time to share some of the cards and letters that we get from people that want to say thank you for their life being saved or a family member. Critical service to a remote community. Secondly, not as important but still valuable to our community as the hospital is an economic engine, one of the largest in our community. Payroll for this year will exceed $12 million, and then the spend in the community obviously is very important for the financial health of our community. I believe as we look at the challenges in the future that our finest hour is still in front of us. And I think a reminder we have stood on the shoulders of giants to get to the place we are in healthcare in this community, but also to remember the responsibility that we have to hand the hospital off to the next generation even better than we found it. So again, thanks for supporting our efforts to provide premier health care to Wallowa County and its visitors.